Hey, good evening, everyone. Welcome to the January 13th, 2026 reorganizational meeting of the Town of Ossining. Rise and join us for the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you.
Councilperson Beals Twill. Here. Councilperson Manicchio.
Here.
Councilperson Meyer.
Present.
And Supervisor Feldman.
Present.
Sorry, can you hear me? Public hearing for the 2026 Meyer Riviera Bar and Restaurant. For anyone here that wishes to speak on it? Is there anyone in our outside world that would like to speak on it? Raise your virtual hand if you're out there. No? Seeing that, do I have a motion to close the public hearing?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Department report. Suzanne Donnelly, clerk. 2025 review of the town clerk's office. 2025 was an interesting year within the clerk's office as we transitioned into a software package for our Muni and train station parking and to a simpler, user-friendly system that we will continue to use for many years to come. That's important because we've gone through about 3 or 4 systems in the last 5 years. So FBS is the software house that worked with us over the past 2 years to ensure that everything we needed for the software, allowing 3 cars on the train station permit, but only allowing 1 car to park at a time. They worked with our complicated Muni parking, which resulted in more productive office and better coordination with the police department and the availability to access to the number of parking and moving violation tickets of any car or driver. This system is important to all the residents of the town of Ossining as well as the village. As the clerk for both the town and the village of Ossining, we understand how just about everything we do affects all the residents of Ossining and often Briarcliff Manor. FOILs, Freedom of Information, which come to the clerk's office over to the 2 communities too. We do request that any FOIL that is directed at the unincorporated area of the town be submitted through the town FOIL. We do the same for the village. However, if it's something to do with the police department, it makes more sense to have all these requests go through the village of Ossining to help us control the flow. At year's end, the town had 193 FOILs requests, majority being for the town building department, which we hope will coming down to, as more and more information goes online, easier access for our residents, as well as the many real estate agents who make requests. The village had 1,050 FOILs for year ending 2025, which is a tremendous amount to be handled by our departments while they continue to do their daily functions. Many of those FOILs for the village go to the assessor's office and the tax receiver's office too.
What was the number for the town again? I'm sorry.
193.
Okay, so a 10th.
We use a software package that helps us distribute the FOILs as they are received, as well as respond in a timely manner. Vital records are a responsibility of the clerk's office. As I mentioned before, we go back to the 1850s with information. Under the supervision of Janet Ginisaka, the exceptional deputy clerk, we have over the past few years used our interns to put this historical records into Laserfiche, our electronic file cabinet. We provide marriage licenses to anyone in New York so that they can have their ceremony anywhere in New York. One-day marriage officiant licensure has proved to be popular for those who want someone close to them to be their officiant. We also are responsible to issue death certificates for those who pass away in the town of Ossining. Briarcliff Manor does issue their own death certificates for those who pass away in the village. While we do not have a hospital here in Ossining since 1955, we do have several nursing homes, Maryknoll, and those who pass away at home. During the past year, we lost 155 people here in Ossining. Please keep in mind that if your loved ones are transported to a hospital and pass away there, that town that they went to, what hospital they went to, will have their death certificates. Births are rare in Ossining since as mentioned before, we have not had a hospital since 1955. There are those who choose, and some emergencies, to have a child born at home, and we are always ready to issue the birth certificate. In 2025, we issued 0 birth certificates. However, for those born before 1955 and need a copy of their birth certificate for enhanced licenses, TSA approvals, or for any reason, we have them available in the clerk's office. Since 2020, we have worked diligently to move all paper in the clerk's office to electronic forms, processing, and delivery to the requester. This has allowed us to stay on top of any and all requests our residents, as well as required information needed by the governments for the town, the village, the county, and the state. We often get calls from other communities concerning checking on our information, such as handicap tags. To the public watching, it is illegal to use a handicap tag when the person it is issued to is not in the vehicle or, was in the vehicle if they're in the doctor's office. And the fine for parking illegally in a handicapped spot is at least $250. This is just one example of the information shared between municipalities so having all on databases has proved to be effective and saves a great deal of time. We continue to issue fishing and hunting licenses for the New York State DEC, though we want to stress to all that this process has been moved online for the convenience of the hunter and fisherman through the New York State DEC. Dog licenses must be renewed every year with the effective date of June 1st, as per town law. Please note, if you register your dog anytime outside of our drive in May for dog licensing, your dog license will expire on May 31st of that year. Dog licenses are required in New York State. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you.
Supervisor and town board announcements.
All right. The new federal eligibility requirements have taken effect for the SNAP program. Please reach out directly to the Department of Social Services by calling 914-995-3333 for any assistance you may require while navigating these new regulations. The United States Postal Service has made a change in the procedure that affects the timing of postmarks. This change will impact time-sensitive mail, like tax payments and other bills. For more information, please visit www.currentfederaltaxdevelopments.com. Sustainable Westchester has informed us that Westchester Power Renewable Energy Program has been discontinued. Customers should have noticed that they've been returned to Con Ed as their default supplier of electricity. For questions about the Westchester Power Program or to learn more about Sustainable Westchester, please email info@sustainablewestchester.org or call 914-242-4725, extension 128. The Ossining Farmers Market is closed for the winter and will be reopening on May 2nd. The Ossining River Jam band applications are open. There's a link to apply on our town Facebook page and Instagram page, as well as on our website. The Westchester County Beeline bus now accepts tap to pay. Simply tap your phone, credit card, or debit card, or Omni card to ride. Our cemetery superintendent respectfully requests that all seasonal grave decorations in Dale and Sparta cemeteries be removed from the grave sites by January 19th. After that time, the cemetery staff will dispose of them. Briarcliff Ossining Ministerial Association, BOMA, commonly known as, will be hosting the Dr. Martin Luther King Interfaith Service on January 18th at 5 p.m. at the Star of Bethlehem Church. For more information, please visit www.starbeth.org for more information. New York Blood Center will be hosting a blood drive on Friday, January 23rd, 12 to 6 p.m. at the Ossining Volunteer Ambulance Corps. The Cooperative Scholarship event will be happening at 1 p.m. at the Ossining High School. The Ossining Public Library will be celebrating the 250th anniversary of the American Revolution, starting with the talk from town historian Caroline Curvin and former town historian Scott Craven about Ossining about Ossining on Wednesday, January 28th at 7 p.m. Bethany Arts Center has docent programs that will be running from January 31st to March 4th. The program aims to expand their volunteers' knowledge of art and history while strengthening communication, critical thinking, and leadership skills. Please visit bethanyarts.org for more information on how to become a docent. Please remember that Neighbors Link is a great source of information, great community resource for our immigrant population. Please visit their website, www.neighborslink.org. You can click resources to register to attend informational webinars about knowing your rights in both English and in Spanish, to find contact information for trusted professionals. As always, our Ossining Public Library will be hosting many events, including movies, crafts, meditation, tutoring, yoga, book clubs, and more. See their website at ossininglibrary.org for more information. And the Loft LGBTQ Plus Community Center has events, programs, resources, and presentations, all dedicated to providing support to anyone part of the LGBTQ plus community, including many virtual and in-person support groups and clubs for a multitude of different topics. Check out their website at loftgaycenter.org for more information. And there are many more fun and interesting events being held locally, and you can find them on the supervisor's update on the supervisor's webpage. Thank you. Do any of my colleagues have? Great.
Okay, moving on. Public comment on agenda items. Seeing no one in the audience right this second, do we have anyone online that would like to make a comment? Right, we're going to start the org agenda now. The appointments, Madam Supervisor, did you want to?
Oh, I usually, but want me to?
No, that's.
I can read them if you want. Okay. All right. So as supervisor, I am de facto on all committees, but in particular, I will have the Briarcliff Manor Fire Department, Community Equity Task Force, Green Ossining Committee, Intermunicipal Agreement Committee, Intermunicipal Leadership Team, Ossining Communities That Care, Ossining Fire Department, Ossining Volunteer Ambulance Corps, Ossining's 250th Anniversary Committee, Sustainable Westchester, E-Town Lake Reservation, and Westchester Municipal Officials Association. Councilman Greg Meyer will be Deputy Supervisor. Comprehensive Plan Zoning Committee, Green Ossining Committee, Historic Hudson River Towns Committee, Intermunicipal Agreement Committee, Intermunicipal Leadership Team, New York State, Ossining School District, E-Town Lake Reservation, Village of Ossining, Westchester County, Westchester Municipal Planning Federation. Councilmember Jennifer Fields Tewill is liaison to the Business Development Committee, IFCA, Ossining Chamber of Commerce, Ossining Communities That Care, Ossining Community Action Program, CAP, Ossining Police Reform and Reinventing Working Committee, Village of Briarcliff Manor, Westchester County, Westchester Municipal Officials Association. Councilmember Angelo Manicchio, liaison to the Briarcliff Manor Chamber of Commerce, Briarcliff Manor Fire Department, Briarcliff Manor School District, Highway Department, Ossining Highway Department, Ossining Boat and Canoe Club, Ossining Fire Department, Ossining Historical Society, Recreation Advisory Board, Village of Briarcliff Manor, and Village of Ossining Water Department. Councilmember Matthew Weiss will be liaison to the Business Development Committee, Community Equity Task Force, Ossining Historic Cemeteries Conservancy, Ossining Public Library, Ossining's 250th Anniversary Committee, Recreation Advisory Board, Village of Ossining Water Department, and Westchester Planning Federation. Thank you.
Thank you. Deputy
Thank you all.
Deputy Supervisor. Supervisor Feldman appoints Gregory B. Meyer as Deputy Supervisor for the Town of Ossining effective January 1, 2026. Do I have a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Just in court, Town Constables resolve that the Town Board hereby reappoints the following the position of Town Constable at an hourly rate of $50 an hour, serve at the pleasure of the Board during calendar year 2026. John Simpkins, Ossining, New York. Raymond Manna, Yonkers, New York. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Appointment of marriage officers. Resolve the Town Board of the Town of Ossining Hereby appoint Suzanne Donnelly, Elizabeth Fellman, and Janet G. Janisaka as marriage officers of the town of Ossining. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Annual resolutions, official newspaper. Resolved that the town board hereby designates the Gazette as the official newspaper and the Journal News as an alternate newspaper for the town of Ossining for 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town Board of Town of Ossining meeting schedule. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining will hold regular meetings, work sessions, and town hall meetings as set forth in the schedule below for the year 2026. Regular legislative meetings will begin at 7:30 p.m. at the Birdsall Fagan Police Court Facility, 8688 Spring Street, Ossining, New York, 10562, and via video conferencing with a login information available on the town's website in advance of the meeting. Work sessions and town hall meetings will begin at 7:30 at the Municipal Building, first floor conference room, 16 Croton Avenue, Ossining, New York, 10562, and via video conferencing with the login information available at the at the town's website in advance of the meeting. The meeting schedule is posted on the board in front of the clerk's office and will be on the webpage. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Setting of town office hours. Resolved that the office hours of the town offices for 2026 will be Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 4:30 p.m. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Town historian. Resolved that the town board hereby appoints Caroline Curvin as town historian for 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Retaining attorneys to represent the town, general counsel. Resolved that the supervisor is authorized to execute an agreement retaining Silverberg Atlantis LLP to provide legal services for the town of Ossining for 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Retaining special counsel to represent the town. Resolved that the supervisor is authorized to execute an agreement retaining Stephen P. Dewey, Esquire, PC, to provide special legal services for the town of Ossining for 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Town planning consultant, Nelson Pope and Voorhees LLC. Resolved the town supervisor is authorized to execute an agreement retaining Nelson Pope and Voorhees LLC as the town's planning consultant for 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
2026 mileage allowance. Resolved that whenever it shall be appropriate to compensate town officials and/or town employees for mileage, they shall be reimbursed at a rate of 72.5 cents per mile to be paid upon claim voucher after audit and approval in accordance to IRS standards. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Membership to the Association of Towns. Resolved that pursuant with Article 8 of the town law, the town of Ossining shall pay the annual membership dues for membership of the Association of Towns, the state of New York for 2026 in the amount of $1,750. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Authorization for attendance to the Association of Towns annual meeting. Resolved the town board of the town of Ossining hereby authorizes the following town personnel to attend the annual meeting of the Association of Towns at the New York Marriott Marquis, February 15th through 18th, 2026, subject to approval of their department heads, town supervisor, and members of the town board, town assessor, building inspector, town clerk and deputy town clerk, receiver of taxes and deputy receiver of taxes, superintendent of highways, town justices, town court clerks, budget officer, assessment personnel, chairman and members of the zoning board, chairman and members of the planning board, and chairman and members of the environmental advisory board. And be it further resolved that attendance is voluntary and no employees shall be eligible for overtime as a result of attending the meetings. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Delegate to the Association of Towns. Resolved that the town board hereby designates Elizabeth Fellman, supervisor, as a delegate to the Association of Towns annual meeting for 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Alternate delegate to the Association of Towns. Resolved that the town board hereby designates Holly Perlowitz, tax receiver, as the alternate delegate at the Association of Towns annual meeting for 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Animal Control, SPCA Westchester. Resolved that the supervisor and hereby is authorized to direct and execute an agreement with the SPCA of Westchester for the period of January 1, 2026, December 31st, 2026, providing humane procedures for homeless and stray dogs and cats by the dog control officers, animal control officers, police, and other agents of the municipality. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Renewal of the Delta Dental Insurance Program. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby acknowledges the town dental program, insurance program with Delta Dental with New York will continue for the period of January 1, 2026 to December 31st, 2026 for group ID number 1576-0001 at a rate of $68.84 per month per employee with no dependents and $163.75 per month per employee with family coverage. And be it further resolved that the group 1576-0002 will be at a rate of $74.32 per month per employee with no dependents and $174.04 per month per employee with family coverage. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
2026 refuge recycle collection. Whereas the town of Ossining entered into agreement with Santa Pro Disposal Services Corporation for the renewal of refuge, garbage, and commingled recycles for residential properties within the unincorporated area of the town of Ossining in December 2022 for years 2023 through 2027. Now therefore be it resolved, the town board of the town of Ossining hereby approves the 2026 contract with Santa Pro Disposal of 566 North State Road, Briarcliff Manor, New York, for fiscal year 2026 at a cost not to exceed $644,977.20. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of a comprehensive plan for 2026. Resolved that the town board hereby approves the following comprehensive plan for 2026. The salaries are posted on the bulletin board at the clerk's office and are available on the webpage. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Security bonds. Whereas certain officers and employees of the town of Ossining designated by law are required by law to file an undertaking which shall remain in full force and effect until the expiration of their term of office, the termination of their employment, or further resolution of the town board. And whereas the town board of the town of Ossining here by prior resolution has determined that it's more beneficial and economical to provide the undertaking by a blanket bond. Now therefore be it resolved that all officers and employees of the town of Ossining are bonded by a blanket bond in the amount of $500,000, except the following position will carry initial surety bond in the amount of $100,000, receiver of taxes. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Consulting engineer, IMA. Resolved the town supervisor is authorized to continue the intermunicipal agreement with the village of Ossining to provide engineering services to the town for calendar year 2026 and a fee totaling $119,349.39. That's $9,945.78 per month. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Bond council. Resolved upon recommendation of the town controller, town board hereby retains Oric, Harrington, and Chetfield LLP, 666 Fifth Avenue, New York, New York, 10103-0001, to serve as bond counsel effective immediately in accordance with the letter correspondence dated December 22nd, 2025. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
2026 fee schedule of fees. Resolved that the town board hereby approves the schedule of fees for calendar year 2026. The fee schedule will be posted on the bulletin board in front of the clerk's office and is always available. The fee schedule is always available on the webpage. A motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Records Manager Office. Resolved that pursuant with Section 57.19 of Local Government Records Law, the town board hereby appoints Suzanne Donnelly, the town clerk, Records Manager Officer for the town of Ossining. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Finance and Investment Policy. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby adopts the investment policy as follows. The investment policy is posted on the bulletin board in the clerk's office and is available on the page. So we're going to go 1, 2, bottom of 11. Okay, so
Top of page 11?
No. Further. Oh, you have a little. Okay. We're going to go to page. I can find it.
Page 11.
Apologize. WXYZ.
Yeah,
What-
Sue, I think it's page 11, resolution
11.
W, finance, yeah.
Thank you, Martha.
Yeah. Okay,
No
so
problem.
it's posted on the board. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
And a second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, finance debt management policy. Resolve the town board of the town of Ossining hereby adopts the debt management policy as follows. The controller will monitor the debt portfolio annually for refinancing opportunities and will services as a financial advisor. This will be done in connection with continuing disclosure process. The minimum criteria for bond refunding will be as follows. Refunding shall produce a savings of 3% of bonds to be refinanced. Savings after insurance premium shall be 2.5 times on underwriter's discount and other costs of the assurance. Do I have a issuance, excuse me. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Finance procurement policy. That's what, yeah. Whereas the section 104-B of the general municipal law requires the governing body, every municipality, to adopt a procurement policy for all goods and services that are not required by law to be publicly bid. And whereas comments have been solicited from all officers of the town of Ossining involved in the procurement policy, now therefore be it resolved that the town of Ossining hereby adopts the following procurement policy with the is intended to apply to all goods and services which are not allowed to be publicly bid. All of these public purchases agreements or purchase requirements are on the webpage and on the clerk's bulletin board. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now tell me what page I'm.
16.
I love the fact these are paid. Why?
Page 18.
16.
I have,
I got 18.
I had
I got Y. It's on page
Oh,
16.
you're right. Half a 16.
Reimbursement of town employee business expenses, whereas from time to time,
Huh?
employees incur certain expenses in connection with performing their duties, attending training and seminars and conferences, and whereas the town of Ossining has established a guideline that the employee may be eligible to be reimbursed for expenses, now therefore be it resolved that the town of Ossining does hereby adopt the reimbursement of the town employment business spent policy as follows. And again, that policy will be posted on the bulletin board in the clerk's office and will be on the page. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Now we're moving over. Okay. Okay. Agreement with New York State Workers' Compensation Alliance. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby continues its membership with the New York State Workmen's Compensation Alliance for fiscal year 2026 to administer workers' compensation claims at a cost not to exceed $74,588, not including the New York State assessment fees. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Insurance renewal, New York Municipal Insurance Typical. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby continues the insurance policies and coverage of the New York Municipal Insurance Typical, NYMA, effective January 1, 2026 through December 31st, 2026, that amount not to exceed $222,095.88. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
A motion to close the reorg meeting.
So moved.
All in
All
favor?
in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Moving on to
Good job,
Good
Sue.
job.
Moving on
Good
to
job,
our
Martha.
regular meeting.
All right.
Approval of minutes, regular meeting, December 9th, 2025. Resolve the town board of the town of Ossining hereby approves the December 9th, 2025 minutes of the regular meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Approval of minutes, regular meeting, December 23rd, 2025. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining hereby approves the December 23rd, 2025 minutes of the regular meeting as presented. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Approval of voucher detail report. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining hereby approves the voucher detail report dated January 13th, 2026, in the amount of $738,852.41. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Zoning Board of Appeals appointment, Greg Kane. Resolved the Town Board hereby appoints Greg Kane Ossining to the Town Zoning Board of Appeals for a 5-year term that expires, believe it or not, December 31st, 2030. Wow. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Resolution authorizing fireworks contract 2026. It resolved that the Town Board hereby authorizes the supervisor to enter into an agreement with Legion Fireworks Company to provide fireworks display on Town's Independence Day celebration at Lewis Angle Park on July 2nd, 2026, with a rain date of July 10th, 2026, in the amount not to exceed $26,000, which agreement shall be in the form acceptable for the town's council and insurance advisors. I have a motion.
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Amendment to a proposal, McLaren Engineering Group. Resolved that the Town Board of the Town of Ossining authorizes the supervisor to assign amendment number 1 and 2, the December 11th, 2024 proposal number 240487 with McLaren Engineering Group, 530 Chestnut Ridge Road, Woodcliff Lake, New Jersey, 07677, for design and engineering services in response to the request for proposals for upgrading Lewis Angle Park performance space, subject to any modification to the scope of work deemed necessary by the town supervisor, the town planner, the town engineer, and the town parks foreman to achieve the objectives to the project. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
License agreement, Galata House, Inc. Resolved the Town Board of the Town of Ossining authorizes the supervisor to sign a license agreement with Galata House, Inc., 72 North State Road, number 175, Briarcliff Manor, New York, 10510, to use Lewis Angle Park Beach area for the purpose of holding the Polar Plunge on Saturday, February 7th, 2026. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor? Aye.
Contract Radish Health, Inc. Resolved the Town Board of the Town of Ossining authorizes the supervisor to sign an agreement with Radish Health, Inc. For
Concierge Health
concierge
Services.
health services for full-time and elected Town of Ossining employees, subject to approval of council and the town as to form. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Cabaret license, Crotonville Owner LLC, whereas Crotonville Owner LLC, 1 Albany Post Road, Ossining, has filed an application for a cabaret license for calendar year 2026, and whereas the town board has reviewed the 2026 application and attachment therein and have solicited input from involved departments, including the building department, the police department, both of which recommended approval. And whereas the town board held a duly noticed public hearing at its regular meeting on Tuesday, December 9th, 2025, and after members of the public having the opportunity to speak on the application, the public hearing was closed on December 9th, 2025. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the town board hereby approves the application for the Crotonville Owners LLC for the cabaret license for calendar year 2026, subject to the following limitations and conditions. The amplified music played on the site will consist of, at any given time, only of live music consisting of 2 performers or a DJ or karaoke. Amplified music shall be only played between the hours of 12 p.m. and 10 p.m., and amplified music shall only be allowed indoors. Be it further resolved that the conditions of this cabaret license are only for the calendar year 2026, and the town board reserves the right to modify, add, or eliminate any and all conditions when considering the applicant's application for the cabaret license renewal in 2027 year in accordance with Chapter 68 of the Town Code. And be it further resolved, the town clerk is directed to send the applicant a certified copy of this resolution. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
2026 cabaret license, the Briarcliff Manor Restaurant and Catering Corp. Whereas the Briarcliff Manor Restaurant and Catering Corp. has filed an application for cabaret license for calendar year 2026 for its leased property located at 25 Studio Hill Road, Briarcliff Manor, New York, 10510. And whereas the town board has reviewed the application and attachments as well as the reports from the involved department, including the police department and the building department, both of who have recommended approval. And whereas the town board has authorized under Chapter 68 of the Town Code, Section 68-20B, to extend hours a cabaret may play amplified music beyond which it started, is stated in the code where it deems it appropriate and consistent with for public safety and welfare. And whereas the town board has held duly noticed public hearing at its regular meeting on Tuesday, December 9th, 2025, members of the public having the opportunity to attend and be heard, the public hearing was closed on December 9th, 2025. Now, therefore, be it resolved, the town board of the town of Ossining hereby approves the Briarcliff Manor Restaurant and Catering Corp., 25 Studio Hill Road, Briarcliff Manor, in the unincorporated area of the town of Ossining for a cabaret license for calendar year 2026 to have bands and DJ with no more than 6 performers at one time from 12 p.m. to 11 p.m. Sunday through Wednesday and 12 p.m. to 12 a.m. Thursday through Saturday, and be it further resolved that the town board hereby directs the applicant to ensure strict adherence to all requirements of the town code and the state law, and specifically the town board determines it to be necessary to order and protect the health and safety and welfare of the residents of the town of Ossining, to expressly condition this approval upon the applicant's adherence to the following. The applicant must assure that the back doors are kept closed at all times except when being used for egress or ingress. The applicant shall not play amplified music outdoors at any time. The applicant shall not use amplified of any kind outdoors at any time. The applicant shall utilize sound meters to monitor the sound levels when amplified music is playing. And be it further resolved that the town board finds under Town Code 68-20B that based upon the positive role of the applicant's establishment pays in the community, the favorable recommendation from the building department and the police department, the fact that the applicant has installed a sound barrier fence to keep sound from traveling, and the fact that by code, amplified music is allowed to 12 a.m. on Fridays and Saturday nights, but while also balancing the interest of the neighborhood residential communities, it is appropriate and consistent for the public safety and the welfare that to allow the applicant to play amplified until 12 a.m. on Thursdays, but reserves the right to revisit this determination in sequential years to make any modifications to the hours during which amplified music is permitted in the town board seems necessary based upon circumstances presented at that time. And be further resolved, the conditions of this cabaret license are only for calendar year 2026, and the town board reserves the right to modify, add to, and eliminate any and all conditions when considering the applicant's application for the cabaret license renewal for the 2027 calendar year in accordance with Chapter 26 of the Town Code. And be it further resolved, the town clerk is hereby directed to send the applicant a certified copy of this resolution. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Finance 2025 Highway Salt Roller Capital Project Adjustment 2025-5265. Resolved that the town board of the town of Ossining is adjusting the 2025 capital budget 2025-5265 entitled 2025 Highway Asphalt Roller, the town of Ossining for the town highway department with the original project budget of $36,475.22 for purchase of the equipment to $36,475 even. The capital project was originally funded from a transfer of highway fund balance. This transfer will be adjusted to zero, and the New York State grant funding revenue will be increased in accordance with the New York State transportation grant funding in the amount of $36,475. And again, the pluses and the minuses that come out of the finance department will be posted on the bulletin board and will be on the webpage. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay, monthly reports. Resolve the town board of the town of Ossining hereby accepts the following monthly reports for the month of December 2025. Dale Cemetery, Highway Department, Supervisor's Office, Tax Receiver, Town Building Department, and the Town Clerk. Do I have a motion?
So moved.
All in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence has been to be received and filed. Consider recognition. Is there anyone online that wishes to talk to us tonight? Thank you very much. Are you going to?
Yes.
Or?
Vice Council,
Motion to go into executive position for pending litigation. Sorry, I'm getting a little tongue-tied
and
now.
Personnel.
And personnel.
So moved.
And advice of
Advice of
counsel.
counsel,
Excuse
thank
me.
So moved.
Right, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Okay, thank you for joining us for our reorganizational meeting. Well done, Madam Clerk,
Thank
for
you.
reading it. As our clerk as Sunanli has told us, all of this information is on the website, posted on the bulletin board, and available in the clerk's office. So if you missed anything, feel free to go back there. Thank you for joining us, and we will see you next week at 16 Croton, February 20th, January 20th. Sorry, I'm skipping ahead here. January 20th. Have a great week.